people are coming in late. I invited somebody here, but they didn't show up. Shoot. That's the hardest part of this business. But we're going to be talking about that today. All right? Where's Alec? Is he outside? Oh, my eyesight. Alec, how are you doing, my friend?
Hi, Daniel. Thanks for coming.
No problem at all. I remember starting with Alec in California and then Las Vegas. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've been involved in the program over 10 years. So you're going to see a great presentation today. I'm not one of the top-ranked distributors. There's a lot of distributors that are above me, just so you know. Okay? I'm not one of the top earners in the company. There's a lot of earners. There's a lot of people in the company that earn more money than me. All right? But I've been with the company for 10 years. I can point you to the right direction. Okay? I also sit on the President's Advisory Council. So there's, right now there's 10 of us there. It's an advisory board for Mr. Oshiro. So out of about 500,000 distributors, I'm one of the 10 that sit on the board. So, and I believe I'm his top advisor. Okay? And the reason why is because of my background. For the new guests in the room, this is not what I do. I got involved here by accident. Prior to this, I ran a company in Irvine. I don't know if you know Irvine, California. Okay, I ran a company there along with my partner, Dr. Lee. He was the president of the firm. I chaired the board. So that's what I did. Dr. Lee's been my partner for a couple of decades. Prior to that, I ran a company in Newport Beach, which is where I'm from. I didn't run it. Dr. Cooper ran that. I still chair the board, though. And these are not small companies. I mean, they're not Fortune 500 or Fortune 100 companies, but we had about 400 employees. We did about $200 million a year in revenue, so that's what I watched out for. Okay, that's what I did. I fell into this by accident. I went to a meeting to get rid of this girl who kept telling me about water. That's a true story, by the way. She kept telling me water, you know, and come to the meeting. Who wants to see water for the, you know? I don't want to go to a meeting, right? I thought it was one of these noni juice things. Zango, Gano Gold, Herbalife, New Skin, you know, one of these, anyway. By the way, let me just back up just in case some of you are doing that. I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. Some of my best friends are top earners in some of the biggest companies out there, and I use some of their products, right? So I have no problem. Some of those companies have great products. So I have no problem with them. I just didn't want to be doing one of those. You do that, okay? So that's not what I did. I went there so Arlene wouldn't bug me anymore. She was my friend for 15 years, and I got stuck because I kept telling her, yeah, I'll go, yeah, I'll go, yeah, I'll go, and then, you know, canceling, you know the deal. And then finally I had to go, you know. I've been telling her no. I've been, what would you call that? I've been standing her up for 3 months, right? So I went to the meeting so she won't bug me no more. That's a true story. I thought it was one of these pyramid things, and I was wrong, okay? And then I thought that was a water filter. I thought we were there to see a water filter. You know, something that takes water out of the tap, makes it clean, takes out the chlorine, and now you can drink it, right? I was wrong again. I mean, I'm pretty smart, and I was wrong twice in less than 30 minutes. It was really funny. No one told me it was a medical equipment. No one told me it was licensed, approved, registered, advertised, and sold as a medical equipment. Remember, I'm thinking water filter. And that's why when they told me the price, I freaked out. If they would have told me medical equipment and then told me the price, I would have been able to digest it a lot easier. I hang around with all doctors. I know the medical equipments. I know how much they run. Okay? So, but I'm thinking water filter, right? And then I had some friends in the room that bought one. I couldn't believe they would buy one of those. You know, because for the new people here, they sell products between like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000, whatever, you know, depending on portable all the way to commercial, right? I couldn't believe somebody would buy that. And they were friends of mine. So now I'm like curious. I'm fact-finding. I go, why would you buy that? And somebody told me, oh, it got rid of my headache, my migraines, my diabetes, you guys know what I mean, right? You guys know all the talk out there about the water. Let me tell you two things. Number one, the company doesn't allow us to make claims. Okay? Let me show you something. See this right here? I used to give this out. Right here. They don't allow this anymore. See these newspapers? Healing power of alkaline antioxidant water. They don't allow that. You know, it shows you what it does for breast cancer, for Alzheimer, for valley fever. And by the way, this does not come from Enagic. This is a absolutely third-party story. It tells you what medical doctors say about it. All right? And here's one. Alkaline antioxidant water gets results. It tells you what it does for all these ailments, you know. They don't allow this. This one they hate. Miracle water ends all problems. You know, that'll get you in trouble with all these three-letter government people are going to come after you. FTC, FDA, etc., right? They don't allow this. Here's another one. Naturally eliminate pain and disease. You know, it tells you what it does for acid reflux, for all kinds of things. Here's one that it tells you what the author of a book called The Secret, I don't know if you know it, but he tells you what the water does. And this is strong, but it's third-party story. As a matter of fact, they were able to shut down this company. So they don't sell this anymore. I used to give this away. I used to be one of the guys I was probably one of the guys who broke the rules the most. Okay? Because I wanted to show people what the water did. Right? They don't allow this. That's number one. Number two, I'm telling you something that somebody else told me 10 years ago who's not in the room. Doesn't work in my boardroom. Doesn't work in a courtroom. It's called hearsay. You can't tell the judge something that somebody else told you who's not in the courtroom. Documentation beats conversation. Let me show the new people something. And by the way, I don't know most of you. Okay? How many people in this room, ever since you've been drinking this water right here, this water that comes from that machine right there, it's had health benefits on you, personally. Please raise up your hands. The rest of you are brand new. You don't have to tell me who's new. You just glued just now. Did you see that? Okay. How many people in the room here, because of the water, it helped you with your acid reflux? Raise up your hand. Check it out. At least a dozen. Okay. How many people in the room, because of the water, it helped you with your arthritis pains in your back, knees, or elbows? Honestly. Check it out. And I know a lot of people are going, I don't have arthritis. Don't worry, you're going to be getting it. Be patient. Don't be in such a hurry. Remember, I'm the one who told you, you're going to be getting it. Okay? I don't care how cool you are, how smart you are, how skeptical you are, how rich you are, how pretty you are. Every single person here is going to go cross the health toll bridge. And how much you pay and how fast you get there will depend on what you learn to do with your vehicle. It's just like a car. If you change the oil and take care of it, it'll last a long time. If you don't take care of it, boom, you got to trade it in. Okay? So again, you're all going to cross the health toll bridge. Don't forget I said that, okay? How many people in the room, because of the water, it helped you lower your cholesterol or your blood pressure became normal? Honestly, anybody here? You should, yeah, at least, look at that. Okay, here's a good one. How many people in the room, because of this Kangen water, I don't care how bad you were doing it before, right now, you're sleeping at least 100% better? Raise up your hand. Check it out. So if you're missing this water, you're missing one of the best things on the planet for you, your husband, your wife, your parents, your kids, your loved ones, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your partner. It's natural. There's nothing added to it. Okay, natural. It's free. It's free. Just in case you're still one of the people who are buying these things, right? I used to buy these. 10 years ago, I used to buy these. It sounds so... No, that's a bad word. It sounds so silly now. But I used to be one of the people who bought these things. Can you imagine that? I'm going to ask the distributor something. You're at a supermarket or Costco or something. You see somebody carrying out 2 cases of this. Don't you feel like pulling one of them out and hitting them over the head with it? Like, what do you got, an 8-track tape in your car? What's happening here? Why isn't everybody doing it then? They've never been invited in the room. They've never made the discovery. They've never read the book. Nobody ever showed them. Nobody shared it with them. They're going to be paying for this for the next 10, 20 years because the company does not advertise. And it's free. Okay? They give it for free in every Enagic office around the world. Well, I don't live next to an Enagic office. There's a distributor within 1 to 5 miles from you that gives it away for free. The thing you are paying for. Here, let me document it. How many people in the room give this Kangen water away for free in 1-gallon locking containers like this? Raise up your hand. You give away the water for free. Check it out. So if you're paying for it, after today, you should not be paying for bottled water anymore. And if you do, then you deserve to burn your money. Okay, to lose your money. That's one of the benefits of today. It's free, and you're the only one missing it. Just think about that. I'm very skeptical. I'm more skeptical than this entire room multiplied by 100. You do not come close to me. That's why I chair the board. They're all PhDs, every one of them. But you can't run anything past me. I'm the last guard. If you fool me, you take over the fort. So I want 10 quotes on a peanut. I'm really bad. But I don't move it to ignorance. Well, hey, this is the way I am. No. If somebody told me tomorrow I'm the only one paying for gasoline in my neighborhood, and at least 50 people said he's right, I'm going to check it out. Some people won't, because it moves into ignorance. Okay? So it's free. Just remember that. And you're the only one missing it. Just think about that. Okay? Oh, by the way, I didn't believe any of the people that were in the room that day, 10 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was out in the parking lot going like this to my friend. This is one of them Amway cults, man. You know, where everybody raises up their hand. They all go to meetings. They all have tags. Okay? Okay, if this water is so good, let me give it to my partner, Dr. Lee. He was 77 years old back then. He was just diagnosed with prostate issues. He writes a book about it. Dr. Lee is a tenured professor at UCI, University of California at Irvine. In other words, you can't fire him. That's what tenured means. The government put him in there until he retired. You should see what it did for Bob. That was 10 years ago. He just came back from Singapore last month to visit his daughter. Unbelievable what it did. I gave it to Dr. Wong, another one of my partners. He's a cardiologist. You should see what it did for George. I mean, unbelievable. I didn't believe them. I gave it to Al Dorsey. It helped him with this, daily diabetes stuff. I didn't believe him. I don't believe anything, by the way. I need documentation in front of my nose, okay? Until it helped my mom. My mom, who's been on this thing for 4 years, with tennis balls in the front. She's got asthma, high blood pressure, everything. We gave it to her in August. In December, she's dancing at the party. She's never had that thing anymore, at all. She just came back from Asia. She's at Pechanga gambling every weekend. Yeah. Okay? Hey, it helped my mom. I'm in. You don't have to say nothing else. I'll buy it. You don't have to say nothing else. If this is a poker table, I'm all in. All right? That's what happened with me. Because it helped my mom, my cousin, my uncle, it helped my aunt. The water helped people who are around me. Okay? Now, that's not why I got involved. Okay? I got involved because of the money. Is that okay to say? I can tell you I got involved because I like helping people. No, it was the dough. Okay? That's the truth. All right? So, it was the money. I don't know. I like helping people. It was great, but the money just freaked me out. I had a friend named Bob Gradelli. Bobby never made money as long as I've known him. He makes about $50,000 a year. He's never made money. Okay? He made $300,000 in this business in his first 8 months. from 50,000 a year to 300,000, and it's multiply your income by 6 times. Yeah, the ones that are working. I did this in LA, and somebody in the back goes, well, 6 times 0 is 0. I felt like hitting him over the head with a microphone. If you're making whatever, just double your income right now. Think of what would it do to you, okay? They talk a lot about money in this business, but think what an extra $500 to $1,000 would do to your lifestyle, to your family budget. It would change your life, okay? So I got involved because Bobby was making money. He was bringing his checks over to my house as I'm going, is this legal? You know, because it was freaking me out. Let me back up here. Bobby got me interested. That's not why I got involved. 300,000 he made was cool. Okay, yeah, okay, whoopee, right? That's not what got me. I had a friend in New York named Romy Verdera. He made 1.2 the year before. That's what caught me. I said, Romy, you made 100,000 last month? Oh yeah, and he's a Filipino guy, right? So that's why I got involved. Okay, I've been involved for over 10 years. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to do a little bit of different presentation. And Abel, I don't know if you've seen this prezo. I don't think you've seen this. I don't think most people have seen this. Okay, and Tim has the PowerPoint. I already gave it to him. All right, and if you're with our team, just ask him. Or if you're not, just ask him if you want to do this. The reason I did this is because for 10 years. The company is a product-driven program. They're not opportunity-driven. The reason the company is doing very big is because it's a product-driven program. It's not about money. Okay, take a look at all the presentations that you see. It's all about product. 99%. All the other programs out there, it's always about the money. This one is completely different. So today you're going to see a completely different presentation. However, it's going to show you also the power of the water and what it does. So I'm going to combine both, okay? Again, the presentation you'll be seeing is for entrepreneurs. Here. It's designed for entrepreneurs, direct sales and network professionals. It's designed for business owners, marketing executives, or anyone looking for an income opportunity. That's what today is designed for. If you just get what I'm going to tell you today in the next few hours, you could change your life completely. I work with a lot of people that started out flat broke that are earning double, triple, six-figure income right now. And these people, I got my daughter involved. I'll tell you one more thing before I move on. I got my daughter involved, Nicole, right before she graduated from college. She was 22 at the time. Because I said, Nikki, I think we're looking at the next kitchen appliance. I'll bet my entire 45 years on it. Boy, I just aged myself, huh? I'll bet my 45 years of marketing. You're looking at the next compactor. It's a trend product. That's what I do. I've been doing it for 40 years. We look for products that nobody has, that everybody will have. That's what trend products are. Okay? Here. See this right here? Let me just think. 14 years ago. Everybody in this room, when you answered your phone, you went, hello? Okay, bye. Right? Hello. And some of you were good. You do it like a switchblade. Right? You were really cool with it. Okay? Not everybody will go here. My mom still has a flip phone. Not everybody will go here. But the majority of you will. Even though back then you didn't know it. When these came out, oh, I'm not going to get one of those. I already have a phone. Nah, I'm not going to stand in line. No, you don't get it. You're going to own it. You don't know it right now. Okay? There's companies that study this. And I chair the companies. So, here, a flat screen television. Did you know that 18 years ago, almost 20 years ago, nobody in this room had a flat screen? Not one of you. You all had televisions. Some of you had 5 of them, but none of you had a flat screen. I don't have to ask how many own one today. Okay? Even though back then when it first came out, no, I'm not getting one of those. I already have 5 televisions. No. You don't get it. You're going to be owning it. You just don't know it yet. I think you're looking at the next microwave oven. I think you're looking at the next compactor. It's a product everybody will own that nobody owns right now. And that's how you get ahead. Okay? That's how you become wealthy in this country. Look for things like that. So you are right in the beginning of it. That's the weird part, and people don't see it. I see it because we've been doing it all our lives. Here, I'm on film. Did you know that my company was the first one that brought laptops into the United States? Nobody owned these. Nobody even knew what a laptop was because they all had computers. We were the first ones that brought these in right here. Weird, huh? And I don't know how to operate a computer up till today. Okay? Because I was just paying people to do that. All right? We brought it. We were the first ones who told everybody that the travel industry was going to go. The travel agents are going to go out of business because everything's going to be online. You know, before all those companies now that are out there, you know, Trivago and all of these companies, we were the first ones. That's why I've been successful in Newport Beach for over 40 years. Because we look for trend products. I don't get involved in something unless it's a product nobody has that everybody will own. Okay? I absolutely believe you're looking at the next Keurig. It's the next juicer. Not everybody will own it, but the majority of Americans, you're seeing a paradigm shift right in front of your eyes. But most public, they won't even recognize it. Okay? So again, that's what this is designed for. All right? Here. Do you see yourself anywhere there? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you an income opportunity seeker? You know what I mean? Are you tired of a going 9-to-5 job? Right? You can do this part-time and double or triple your income before you even think about leaving your full-time thing. Right? So this is what's designed for. Now, if it's so good, I'll show you why most people don't. Here are the benefits of owning a business. Wages versus profits. Right? Profits, wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. Okay? Linear income versus leveraged income. Right? Linear income is you have to put in work. You have to go to the job. You have to put in effort. Leveraged income is you're making money without you being there. That's why people invest in stocks, property, gold, etc. It's called leveraged income. Rich dad, poor dad. Okay? Being your own boss, freedom of time. You know, I like that the best, freedom of time. I like having my own time. Don't you? Okay? Somebody asked me the other day, you know, wow, you know, you're very... I was walking around my neighborhood. He's an attorney. And he goes, what time do you have to get up in the morning? I never see you. When he leaves. That's a weird question to me. What time do you get up in the morning? When I'm done sleeping. Isn't that the answer? I don't have an alarm that wakes me up. When I'm done sleeping, then I wake up. Okay? Let me ask the distributor something. Here's some weird questions. What time do you have to get up to go to work here in Magic? Weird, huh? How long do you get for lunch? Weird, huh? Right? Isn't it like... See, most people will say 1 hour, or half an hour, 45 minutes. That's why it's weird to you, because you can go to lunch and go home. Right? What time do you have to leave home? How long do you, when you go on vacation, how long do you get to go? As long as you want. That's freedom of time. That's the best part about this business. Okay? And for the people who are young here and who have a family, you get to live your life with your family. Every day. You don't miss your kids growing up. You're with them. When I'm at the beach, when I'm at my, I walk my dogs in the morning, I'm the only one there. There's nobody there. Never. Why? Because they're in traffic. They have to be at work. They're somewhere where their boss is telling them what to do. I go, there's nobody there. That's the beauty of this business. So again, it's just a great environment. So those are the reasons to consider owning a business. besides the tax advantages, then if it's so good, why don't people start a business? Why are people looking for the job, just over broke thing? Okay, here's why. By the way, you can Google this. This is extremely accurate. Number one is fear of failure, right? Most people, the risks involved. Oh, what if I fail, right? The security, they're used to that Friday paycheck. Selling, they don't like to sell. Self-doubt, they don't know if they can make it. That's the first reason. If you look up why people don't start a business, it's always fear, number one. Second, inadequate resources. They don't have the money to start a business. They don't have the credit, the assets, and the support. Because to start a normal business, I've started a lot of businesses in my life, and some of them cost 7 digits to begin. That's $1 million. Okay? So a lot of people don't have that. So those are the two. Let me give you the third and fourth. They have no exposure to entrepreneurs. They've never been an entrepreneur. They're so used to 9 to 5. They're so used to that regimented 9 to 5, 1 hour lunch. Everybody tells you when you can take a break, when you can go to the bathroom, when you can go home, etc. So they've never had an exposure. They've always been in a job. They view starting a business as and they've already made a lifestyle choice. Hey, this is the way I am, man. This is where God put me here, and that's what I'm going to be. No, He didn't put you there. All right? If you read some of the stuff He does, you're supposed to be up here with all the gold. All right? Last is they don't know how. They've never started a business. How do I start a business? All right? Fourth, they never had the right opportunity that they're passionate about, that they believe in, that they see the potential in, and the timing is correct. Those are the 4 reasons why people don't get into a business and they stay with a job all their life. Okay? Let me ask you something. What if a perfect project comes along for you? Would you have an open mind? Would you recognize it? Would you capture it? And would you take action? Those are 4 things you need. That's an entrepreneur mindset. They have an open mind, they recognize it, they capture it, and they take action. Right? I started in the United States when I first started. I've been through all the things. I've been broke. I remember when I was flat broke. That's why when my daughter got involved in this, Nicole, her lowest income so far in the 8 years she's been involved here was $73,000 her first year. That's her lowest income. Think about that. That was at 22 years old. At 23, it went to 6 figures. She's never earned less. Is that crazy? I mean, that freaks me out. I don't know about you guys, but when I was 22, I don't think I was making $150 a month, a year. I don't remember. I just remember I was flat broke. Okay? That's why when we talk about it today, my daughter goes, we talk about homeless. I go, where were you at, Dad? What were you doing between here and here? I said, I was homeless. I was one of the people out there. Because, you guys, you just go through life weird, But again, perfect project, okay? Here, let me show you something. Anybody know Gary Vee? Okay, Google his name. He's one of the top, what would you call it? Stock pickers out there. Take a picture and Google his name because he's got a lot of positive things. He picked a lot of stocks, a lot of big ones, the biggest ones out there. He picked them. He says entrepreneurs that are successful are blind optimists. Fear and negativity unfortunately rule the majority of our world. The 2% that make it through that tunnel are blindly optimistic. They don't care about what everyone else is saying. They're going to go for it. That's entrepreneurs. See? So again, check out what he says about things. Now, when you check out an opportunity, you need to look at 5 things. Don't just jump in because your cousin said, oh, this is good. Or, hey man, go, don't do that. Check things out. Always check things out. Successful people check things out. All right? And I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to check out. Don't get in just because somebody says, a relative says, oh, this sounds good. No. Or here's a good one in this industry of multi-level. You'll be the first one in. That seems to be a magnet for people. You'll be the first one involved. You'll also be the first one to die. When the company goes down, you're the first one drowning. Okay? So be careful with that. Check out the company. Check out the products. Is there a need for the product? I don't care how good the product is there a need for it? What's the marketplace? What's the profit and income? That's why I like watching Shark Tank. You know, they're really smart on the profit. And is the timing correct? Which is the most important thing. Timing, by the way, is the most important thing in almost anything. Being at the right place at the right time. Anybody believe that? It's the most, anybody here married, right? Did you know that when you met your husband or your wife, that day, if you would have turned right instead of left, you'd be sleeping with a different face tonight? Timing. Timing is everything. So let's check out the 5. Have you ever seen this preso? You've never seen this. Oh, this is a good one. For the new people in the room, you'll get to see business presentations. They do business. You know, they could do the demo and all that. I'm here to expand the business in New Mexico. I think you guys can go ballistic here. You won't believe what some of the areas are doing, and this area is pretty good, by the way. This area has a lot of Enagic distributors that were promoted. It's pretty strong, just so you guys know. Here's the company, number 1. Enagic, 40-year-old company. It's 44 years old, by the way. Okay, that's the first thing. This is not a small company. This is a billion-dollar operation with thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of employees globally. Most people don't know that. Why? Because they've never heard of Enagic. They own their own professional baseball team in Japan. They own all kinds of resorts. They own country clubs. They own golf courses. You won't believe it. They just bought 2 in California. This company is huge. They're building 2 new factories and adding 2,000 employees between now and 2020. Is that something or something? How come you don't know Enagic? Because you're over here and they're over there, and they just start coming over here and they don't advertise. That's the reason why. Okay? Let me make it more clear. What are some of the supermarkets in this area? Is there a Bonds here? No. Smith's? What's another one? Whole Foods? Albertsons. Okay, check this out. Did you know you can go to parts of Japan? You can go to Osaka, talk to some Japanese people, and you say, do you know Albertsons Market? And they'll go, I'm not Japanese, but they'll go, no. You can go to parts of Japan and say, have you ever heard of Whole Foods? And they'll go, no. Do you know Smith's? No. What are you, weird? No. It's because Albertsons over here and they're over there. That's why you don't know Enagic. They are huge. Huge. It's such a big company. And they're growing at such a rapid rate, it's incredible. They have to slow down. Okay? That's why they don't advertise. I'm going to tell, and they will never advertise. Never. Even though that unit is, you won't believe the athletes that are using it, the people that are using, they could advertise like crazy. They're never going to advertise. Let me tell you the reason why. If the company advertised, they would implode. They would not be able to keep up with the demand of the product. You know? If they say, hey, the Yankees use this product and start showing it, or, you know, some of these guys start saying, I use the thing, it's great. There's no way they're going to be able to keep up with the demand. They're having trouble keeping up with the demand now. And they're barely selling 1,000 a day. Imagine if they started selling 2,000, 3,000 a day. Back in October, Abel, they sold 33,000 units. Every single office in Asia was out of machines. Imagine if they would have done 33,000 the next month. Ooh, there would have been a problem with the company. So you have to watch out the growth versus can you keep up with the growth. All right, so that's very important. But there's the company right there. Their factories in Osaka, they're all over the world. You know, one of the best magazines to give out is this Change Your Life magazine. Try and get one of these. It's at the company. I don't know how much they cost. $19.95. But this is the best magazine of Enagic. It shows you where they are all around the world. It's the best. And I would certainly get one of these. Okay? And who's the one that... I'll try and send you one. Do you sell these at your place, Abel? Yeah. Tim, I'm going to try to get you one here. And I'll try to get it at my cost. And I'll send you a box, but you got to sell it at my cost. Don't be making a profit on it. Okay? Because Enagic will give this to me for 50%. Okay. I'll buy a whole box and send it to you. Okay? And then anybody at a meeting who wants to buy it, sell it to them for $10. You know what I mean? It is the best tool because when you're explaining it to somebody, it shows you where they are. Because they don't know how big the company is. And when you start showing this, they freak out. They go, oh my God, it's unbelievable. So this is one of the best magazines right there to show, okay? And also, I brought another magazine today, which is called eFriends magazine. That's also good to get. I don't have, oh here. Here's the eFriends magazine. That's also good because it shows you what's going on currently in the company. And this one they give for free. I think they sell that. I think they give the offices a few boxes and just try and request for one. Okay. Tim? Were you able to give the new one to all the 6As?
He just went out, but yeah, I think I got one.
Yeah, you should get the new one. Okay. Besides that, I'm on the cover, so you should get the new one. Hey, let me tell you something. They've been asking me to be on the cover for 8 years. And I told them no. 8 years. I don't want to, I told them, put Alec on. Put this on my team. I don't want to be there. Okay? But they took me out to dinner a month ago and said, you need to be on the front because they're doing a new thing. So this is a good one though. Okay? The eFriends I think is the best also. Okay? So there's the company. The best way to do it is go to enagic.com, and this company, it's a privately held company. It's going to last forever. It's a forever company. Look what they've done so far. They're all over the world. Look at all their offices. Is that crazy? I got involved with Enagic when they had 2 offices. That's it. Look at them now. They're all over the world. It's crazy. And what does that mean for you? Well, if you're doing the business correctly, you can build anywhere around the world without you having to put any money. You don't have to be there. I make money everywhere. I make money everywhere. Why? Not because I went there. Because somebody I know who brought somebody they know, who brought somebody they know, and boom, they opened up Malaysia. I get checks from all over the place. It's the craziest thing. So again, that's their global presence in Enagic. They're huge. Okay. Next. What is that one? They got a bunch of awards. You don't need that. That just makes them look cool. But, see this right here? When I first saw this, that's the first thing my eyes went to. Because I'm in that industry. When you see an ISO symbol or tag on a product, you're looking at a Rolls Royce. That's top of the line. ISO gives the strictest guidelines for manufacturing in the world. When you have their tag, and they're ISO certified, which is crazy. Okay, so first is the company. You're going to get a plus on the company, no question about it. And here's the second thing, the products. Okay, here's the products they have. There's the ionizers. They're ionizers. Now let me tell you about, well, I'll get onto the products in a second, but let me see they also have the Ukon, but when you get a unit, and you're going to get if you don't have one right now, you're going to get one. I mean, someday. So you're not going to pay for bottled water forever. All right? You're going to be the only one in your neighborhood. So it's like you're the only one in the neighborhood without a microwave oven. That's not going to happen. So when you get one, that's the one you want. Or higher. That's the SD501. It's over there. That's the first one that I bought right there. It's the only one licensed as a medical equipment. It's the only one endorsed by 6,500 of the top medical doctors in Asia. It's top of the line. Okay? Let me show you, let me just show you. Okay. See this one right here? It's over there. That's the platinum. Why did they come out with that one right there? Because 20 years ago, a trend came into the kitchen of the United States that made everybody replace their kitchen appliances. Did you know that in 2004 to 2008, they sold more refrigerators in the United States than any time in history? Is that crazy? Don't you think everybody in the United States had a refrigerator in 2004? How can they sell so many refrigerators? Something came into the kitchen, a new trend, called stainless steel. And some of you started with the microwave, then you have to do the oven, then you got to do the dishwasher, now you got to chrome the refrigerator, you got to chrome the pets, the kids, everything. Okay? You guys know what I mean. Some of you haven't, all right? And then they came out with this one right here. This is the one I bought last. That's the K8. That is top of the line. The K8, it speaks in 8 languages. As you can see, it looks like an R2-D2. It looks like there's an iPhone in the middle. That's the top. It has an automatic converter, which means if you bring it to Asia or to Europe, you can plug it in and it won't blow up. Because if you bring a regular appliance into Asia and you plug it into 220, it's going to blow up. Okay, because your circuits here are 110. Okay, that one has an automatic converter. It has 8 plates, which means the water lasts longer. All right, and it speaks in 8 languages. This one right here only speaks in English. This one speaks in 8 languages. I've never tried all the languages. Does anybody own a K8? What languages does it speak in? Have you tried it? No? I have never tried it. I'm always on English. What else does it speak in, Abel?
English, Spanish, French, Portuguese.
Japanese? German? Wow. See? It speaks it. If you want to feel like if you want to feel like you're in Mexico, just speak Spanish, and when you press it, it'll say, "Hey, what's happening? Agua, man, what's up?" And not that, you know what I mean. Okay? So, but it'll speak in Spanish. Is that cool or what? All right? So, but the one you want is the SD501 or higher. That one. Let me tell you a little bit about what it does. That unit makes 5 types of water. It is not a water filter. It makes 5 types of water. I'm going to show it to you. It's approved as the only thing I disagree with the company is this one. They say it'll last 20 years. I absolutely disagree with them. When we first got started, we weren't allowed to put over 15. Then they said 20. Now you can put 30 to 35. Company will allow it. Why? When I first started, I said, how come you don't put how long? My guys say it will last forever. I had this checked out, by the way. I had that thing completely checked out by my staff. And I have guys that are MIT engineers. And they said it'll last forever. And I said, why would you say that to me? They said, because it has no moving parts, sir. Okay, any engineers in here? The unit has no moving parts. Tell me what will break down. No moving, it doesn't move, nothing. Okay, the water goes through it, does its mumbo jumbo, and the water comes out the top. It's awesome. I think it will last you forever. And I'm telling you that because the company goes by the units that are out in the marketplace. There's units in the marketplace that are 30 years that are still working. Is that crazy or what? So that's what they go by, okay? And that, because we have competitors out there that come out with ionizers, there's a 2-year-old company out there They came out with an ionizer and they're telling people their unit will last 15 years. They're 2 years old. They're telling you their units will last 15. How do they know? Right? This is a 44-year-old company telling you their units will last at least 30 because there's thousands of them out there. So that's the way you check it out. I think it will last forever. Here's why the water works. The unit is awesome. It makes 5 types of water. And the waters are awesome. Okay? I'm going to try to show them to you as best I can. But again, here. By the way, I'm going to start with the Kangen water. The way when I first got involved here, I wanted to know where did the idea, here, I'm going to show you how my mind works. The company makes a product that produces this water right here. Where would you start? I wanted to know who thought up of the water. Who got the idea? A long time ago, back in the 50s, they did a research all around the world of all these well waters. There's 7 of them. Tlacote, Mexico, Delhi, India, Lourdes, France. For some reason, people go to these waters because it's got some kind of voodoo magic. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. Okay? They've been going there for thousands of years. Now, if you don't believe me, don't do it now, but after the meeting, Google, put these 2 words, miracle water, Lourdes, France. Search. Just take a mental note. And you'll see thousands of people there this month getting the water. Is that weird? Put miracle water, Tlacote, Mexico. And you'll see people in line with buckets getting the water. If you've heard about Lourdes, if you're Catholic, you probably know about Lourdes because it bleeds into their religion. Okay? It's real. The water is real. This company in 1970 was able to get the technology to develop a unit that will produce those type of waters. That's where the whole thing came from. Okay? Now, they went a little bit further by changing the pH of the water. It makes 5 different waters. That unit doesn't just make clean water. Here, let me show you the first one. The first one is the Kangen water. See the one on the top there? Right there. The Kangen water, when it comes out the top, when that unit comes out the top, it has the strongest, the water that it produces has the strongest antioxidant, microcluster, and alkaline. Now, that's the reason it helps people. Okay? And that's the reason they can't bottle it. Just in case somebody asks you, why don't they bottle this? Liquid antioxidant dissipates in 3 to 5 days. So if you're getting the water from somebody in a 1-gallon container like this, you need to change it every 5 days. Because number 1 is gone for sure. Number 2 is gone for sure. Number 3 will remain. But the thing that makes it a medical equipment is gone. So again, that's the reason why it helps people. Okay? Here, let me do it one more time for the people who came in late. How many people in this room, ever since you've been drinking this water right here, it's had health benefits on you personally? Raise up your hands one more time. Check it out. The rest of you that are brand new, that's the reason the people are raising up their hands. The water has those 3 properties. Let's go each one of them. Everybody know what antioxidant is? Not everybody? Okay, I'll make it real simple. You know what oxidation is? It's what will make you old. Here, let me make it more clear. It's what will make you old and give you all the old stuff that's going to come with your oldness. You don't just get old. No, you don't just get old. You get stuff, right? You get stuff happening. Things don't work, things pop up, things don't come out, right? That's what oxidation does to your body. And everything you drink has some kind of oxidation on it. Okay? Now, this unit has the oxidation, the antioxidant in it is negative 380. They have a thing. Somebody just asked me, are you going to use the meter? I don't use the meters. Do they have one? Who are the presenters in this room who use the meters? Yeah? Those are cool, right? It shows when you put this meter on Dasani, it'll go to plus 280. If you put it in Aquafina, it'll go to plus 280. If you put it in Smart Plus, by the way, it's bad. It's like a golf score. The higher the plus, the worse for your body. If you put it in Smart Water, it'll go to plus 300. It goes higher as you move up to some of the waters. Tap water, plus 300. The worst one we found is this one right here. It's plus 400. But if you want to get old fast, and you want to pay a lot at the health toll bridge, keep drinking it. You will win the race. Okay? Now, when you put the meter in Kangen water, or if you put it in vitamin C, it goes to negative 50. Wow. That means it's helping, it's antioxidant. It's helping you. If you put it in, green tea, it goes to negative 80. Broccoli, that's juiced up, negative 110. The highest one we were able to find is something called castor oil. I've never tasted it, but I don't think you can drink a pitcher of it a day. Okay? But it's negative, it's like negative 300, negative 200. It's extremely high in antioxidant. The Kangen water that you're drinking starts out at negative 380. Let me tell you what Dr. Filzer says. Dr. Filzer is a Harvard, he's a medical doctor, he's a heart doctor. He advises for for Harvard Medical School. And he's also associated with Imagine. He says that you cannot eat enough fruits and vegetables in one day to get the antioxidant in that one glass. The antioxidant right there, you'd have to eat an entire case of blueberries or broccoli, an entire case to get the antioxidant in that one glass. Imagine if you have 8 glasses. Wow, that's why it's helping your body. Okay, so the first thing is antioxidant. Second is microcluster. I'm not going to show this. I know they want me to show tea bags. You can see that another time. Okay, the microcluster, it's tiny. It's very tiny water. I never heard of tiny water. I've been on Earth a long time. I've never heard of tiny water till I came into Imagine. I did not know water came in sizes. But the water is tiny. Let me tell you what it does. It hydrates your body in a cellular mode. It hydrates your brain in about 30 seconds. That's why if you drink it very fast for the first time, some people get a head rush. They think it's a headache. They're getting a head rush because it hydrates their brain. It never stays in your stomach. You can keep drinking it and drinking it and drinking it and you're never bloated. Why? Because it's all over your body. It hydrates your pores. It goes through your pores. It's like, let's say a chain link fence at a baseball field. Let's pretend that's your pores. It's like throwing baseballs versus BBs at that chain link fence. The BBs will go through. The baseballs won't. Because normal water is large in clusters. This one is tiny. And I didn't believe it. I never believed it until they showed me the demonstration. You know the tea bag thing, right? All right. I mean, it's a freaker. Where none of the waters can go through, and then this water just goes through the gate. No problem. It's really weird water. Okay, so third, alkaline. Okay, here. Oh, by the way, if you want to learn about antioxidant, if you want to learn my presentation when I do the antioxidant, Google Dr. Oz on antioxidant. I believe he will say almost word for word my presentation, okay, about antioxidant. If you want to find out about alkaline, This one right here. I have a friend who does meetings all around the world, mostly in the U.S. market. He does an alkaline class, a health class, one day out of his 3-day trainings. Google Anthony Robbins on alkaline. Let me tell you what he says word for word. Have you heard of Tony? Okay. His dad used to work for me. His dad's name was Jim Robbins. So that's how come I know Tony fairly well. I knew him when he first started, young kid, made something out of himself, which is great. But word for word, when you Google Anthony Robbins on alkaline, let me tell you what he says. He'll start out by saying, alkaline in your body always promotes health. People that are alkaline are healthy. They always feel good. Their energy is up. If they get sick, they bounce back real fast. Why? Because no human disease can survive in alkaline. One more time. No human disease can survive in alkaline. They can't get the oxygen and all of that to survive. Acid in your body always promotes sickness. Why? Because 99.9% of all human disease come from one root cause. Right there, the word, acid. The disease can be there, cannot activate without acidity. It's the fuse. It's what sets off the disease. It's what makes it grow. And then it becomes their house and their food. So you want to try and avoid acidity as much as possible. All the clues are there. Here, let me show you some. When a child's first born, they're primarily alkaline. Any moms here give birth to a child? When that child came out, it's primarily alkaline. Why? Because the amniotic fluid is all alkaline, pure alkaline. The baby's in there for 9 months. When it comes out, it's alkaline. When a human being dies, they're acidic. Let me repeat this. When you're born, when you die. That's called a clue. Go this way. Birth, death. Go this way. Okay? As a matter of fact, here. See these people right here? Anybody here have a 2, 3, 4-year-old? When they fall and they cut themselves, they scratch their knee and blood comes out, they heal very fast. When these people cut themselves, they heal very slow. I'm here to give you the facts. When these people bruise, it goes away very fast. When these people bruise, sometimes it stays forever. Okay? These people never have energy. They're always tired. Always tired. They're always snapped. That's how you can tell an acidic person, by the way. They're always tired. Always. They wake up after 8 hours and go, God, I'm so tired. That's an acidic person. Alkaline people, anybody here have a 2, 3, 4-year-old? They're like ping pong balls. How many times do you say, go outside, stay inside, quit running around the house. It's 1 hour past your bedtime. Where are you getting all your... Would you please just stand still for a second? Anybody here have kids? Why are they like that? The bunny commercial tells you. They're pure alkaline. So you want to move your body here. You want to... Where do you get alkaline from? Fruits, natural juices, herbs, raw vegetables. Where do you get acid from? Everything else. 70, 80%. Whatever you're going to eat for lunch today. You can't avoid it. We're not telling you to do anything different. Don't do anything different. Change your water. It's going to change your entire life. Stop paying for water. It might change your finances. Okay? So again, you want to avoid this right here. Okay? So, you know how to find out where you are? Go get a pH strip. Guys know what I'm talking about? They sell them at a pharmacy store. Not all of them sell it. All hospital pharmacies sell pH strips. Go get one, you put it in your mouth, and you take it out. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, everybody in this room, unless you are on Kangen water, or you're eating broccoli for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, pure broccoli, that's all you're eating. Unless you're on Kangen water or you're on a pure alkaline vegetable diet, all of you, when you take out that pH strip, it's going to come out right there. Remember I said that. Some of you are going to put the pH strip in your mouth and take it out. It's going to come out right there. Tint of orange. Danger, danger. Some of you are going to put the pH strip in your mouth, take it out, and it's going to come out way over there in that corner. Right? Because you don't, you know why? Because you don't, because the way you eat, we're not telling you to do anything different. Okay? I eat just like you do. I'm going to go out to lunch with some people today. Watch the way I eat. I don't think acid alkaline. I eat the way you do. Hey, if it smells good, it tastes good, you had some and you didn't die, give me some. Isn't that the way we eat? Okay. Right? You don't go out, hey, you know what? We're not telling you to do anything different. Change your water. It'll change everything for you. And if you don't care about yourself, do it for your kids. Do it for your kids. You let them grow up and make their body in a phenomenal environment. Here, I'll do this one right here. This is the only one I do, so you can see, okay? Dasani. This one is a product of Coca-Cola. Right here. I used to buy these. That's weird. I'm going to tell, I'm going to only speak to the distributors in the room. Think about this. This is the #1 selling beverage in North America. Bottled water. You can Google it later. What's the #1 selling beverage in North America? It outsells coffee. It outsells beer. It outsells soda by a mile. Bottled water. And guess what? The distributors in the room get it for free. Think about that. It's like you're getting your gasoline for free. And everybody else is paying for it. Is that crazy? Okay. Is this one tap water? Right here? Okay, I don't know what it is, but tap water. Okay. Let me put one more. What else we got? Fiji. We got Gatorade here. And then we have the 7-Up. Huh? Light? Oh, wow. Yeah. That's nice. Okay. This is called the pH strip, pH tester. You can buy this at any hardware store, pool supply store. This is what they use to test your swimming pool. This is what they use to test your aquarium. When you put it in clear liquid, the liquid will go acid or alkaline. It does not lie. Okay? I'm going to show it for the people in the room. In the light. Can you see that? It's right over here. And that's a product of Coca-Cola. You can't keep drinking that. It won't affect you today. It will not affect you 20 or 30 years from now. At the toll bridge, you're wondering why you're paying, why you're taking all these pills, why you're doing all of this. It's because on the way there, you keep putting that in your body. Okay? Here, look at this one. Aquafina, product of Pepsi-Cola. Smart water, tap water, Fiji, Gatorade, soda. Is that weird? Take a look at it. Okay? I'm not going to go any further than this, but try and see, you need to have alkaline water because, as a matter of fact, they didn't put all bad ones up here. Look at, see the Fiji? It's nice and neutral. Okay? The two worst bottled waters out there is this one and the one from France. Evian. And the weird part is that's the one I used to buy because I thought it was cool. These are the two worst. Buy these before you buy this one. Okay? Why? It's blue. It's neutral. Yeah. It has no antioxidant. It has no microcluster. It costs more than everybody else. That's not what's bad about it. The average bottled water in the United States is about 2 to 3 months old. From the time Coca-Cola puts this in here till the time you buy it and go, that water has been in here 2 to 3 months. Don't think when you buy bottled water they just made it yesterday. Don't be that naive. It takes some months to get it delivered. From the time this goes to the bottling plant, the water, the label, the boxes, in the truck, delivery, the storage. Finally, it gets to Albertsons, and then finally they put it out on the shelf. You come by the next day, buy it, and go 3 months. If this is 2 to 3 months old, this one is always 4 times older. 3 to 4 times. Is that weird? Evian. 3 to 4 times older. The average Evian that you're drinking is, what, 8 months to a year old. The water's been in the bottle. How come it's so old? Where does it come from? Anybody here know where Evian comes from? France. And they don't beam it here. They don't take a Learjet and pack it in there and ship it to your Albertsons market. It's the slowest form of transportation. We followed it. Oh my God. And in hot containers. And then when it gets to the New York docks, they don't fly it here. They rail it in hot containers. By the time it gets to your market, this thing is so old, it's older than your grandparents. Okay? Why do we buy Evian? Because we love France. Fifi, foo-foo, fa-fa. Right? That's why I bought it. So again, try to buy U.S. brands. Why? Because it's fresher. That's why. Okay? Take a look at soda. Let me tell you why you want to... See, when you're drinking this water, is this the Kangen water? Okay. Here's the pH tester for the Kangen water. Right here. This is what we're telling you to drink. Here, I'll put it on my white jacket, coat. Do you see it? Look at how purple it is. Look at that. It's so purple. It's so regal. It's so royal. It's so James Bond, 007 purple. Okay? That's the one you want to put in your body. Why? Because no human disease can survive in it. And that's where you want your body at. And also, when you drink this water, let's pretend you are just, where's the tap water? Tap water? Okay, what color was it before? I saw a color on it. Oh, here, that one. Okay, see the tap water? Let's pretend you're neutral and you start drinking alkaline water. Look what happens to your body. Your body will become alkaline. See? And it's not the tap water, it's not the purple here. If you are acidic and you start drinking alkaline water, your body will go alkaline. They don't teach it. Why is that important? Because no human disease can survive in alkaline. However, sometimes the water is so bad, it won't turn alkaline. Here's Gatorade. Check it out. Here, check out soda. Nothing. Why? Because when you drink 1 cup of soda, you need 32 cups of Kangen water to neutralize the acidity level you just shot inside of you. 4 pitchers. Okay? And you won't feel it until later on. You're wondering, how come your weight won't go down? How come this is happening? How come all this is happening? You're putting acid inside yourself. You're doing it to yourself. They don't teach it. Okay? Here. Let me make it real clear. 1 sip. One sip, one sip, one sip, one sip, one sip. Exactly, huh? Okay. Health, sickness. One sip, poof, you're there. And some people have a big gulp. Cracks me up. You know what they're saying? I don't want diabetes when I'm 75. I'd like to have it in about 4 years. I want to start injecting myself. Can you please supersize that? Hey, I want prostate. I want something issues with my prostate. Oh, longest about 5 years. Can you make that a large? They have no clue what they're doing to themselves, and they're doing it to themselves. Okay? If you're going to avoid something, when you're drinking the water daily, your energy is way up there. So that's why there's several sports teams using the water now. Again, the unit, you can finance it, you can pay cash for it, they can do check, they can do credit card. Enagic, this is how strong the company is. Enagic has a financing that has 0 credit turndowns. If somebody wants to start a business and be a distributor, or somebody just wants to buy the machine, they will finance them 0 credit turndowns, 0. They've never turned down credit, they never will. That's how strong the company is, okay? As a matter of fact, they put a little deposit, they finance over 80% of it. They don't check credit. So if you want the unit, there's many ways to get it. Now, I want to show you, this is clean water right here. And then it makes, the clean water, by the way, is because you don't want to use the water with medication. Because of what it did to the tea, it's going to do it to the medication. It's going to pull it all out instead of time release, and it's going to shoot it all over you. Nothing will happen, but it just won't work correctly. So with medication, you drink regular water or clean water. Half an hour to an hour later, you can go back to alkaline. Okay? There's beauty water. The beauty water is 5.5 pH, and it comes in, I don't know if, here, like this. Okay? This is the container I keep it in. But if you go to Nordstrom's or Macy's and ask them for toners, that's what they come in, just like that. They run about $20, $25, $40. Yeah, Lancome runs $40, $50. They're like this. Ask them what's inside. They'll tell you it's liquid that's 5.5 pH because your skin is 5.5. That produces all the 5.5 pH water you want for free, for pennies. And it's so good for your skin. Look. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? But I do use the water every day. So does Bob Gridelli. Have you seen Bobby lately? Wow. Man, wow. He is looking like super cool. Unbelievable. Tony Mack, I've seen Tony. Unbelievable. I mean, these guys just were not that good looking before, you know? But anyway, the unit, by the way, the last here, if you press that button, it'll make water that you can clean your fruits and vegetables with and take all of that out. But on the other side, which is normally discarded, it now produces strong acidic water. It's 2.7 and lower. And it becomes, if you have skin disease, put it on there. Watch what happens. Watch how it helps. I had a dog across this. I have a golden retriever every time with a rash. My wife, she puts 2.5 on it, and it goes away, the rashes. Unbelievable. The 2.5, if you have a sore throat and you gargle with this water, incredible. What happens? I pre-made some. And by the way, this is just water. And I put some on my next door neighbor, the dog. It had like pus on the eyes. I put it on. God, it helped the eyes so much. And it smells sort of like, I don't know, it smells like chlorine to me. Okay, smell it. For the new people, smell it. Doesn't that smell like some kind of bleach, or sort of smells like when that guy's in our backyard doing the jacuzzi, you know? It's my whole backyard smells like this. Can you give this to the back? Put this, give it all the way in the back. Start from the back. Can you smell it or no? Okay. Does it smell like chlorine at all? Okay. Who's new in the front here? Okay, smell this one right here. This is concentrated.
Who, right? Smell this one. And that, all that is water that goes through there. What the heck is that about? And you smell this. It is, anybody here new? Here, tell me. What do you think?
Smells like Clorox.
Smells like Clorox. That machine makes that water. That machine makes this water. That machine makes water that takes that out. It makes water that's clean water. It makes water that you're drinking that's healthy for you. That's not a water filter. It's a machine that that lasts you forever also. And now behind it, I want to speed up, is the business behind it. Because of this unit, it presents, and by the way, I put this 2 years ago. I think you're looking at the next kitchen appliance. I think you're looking at I think people in the United States are going to start making their water at home, because sometimes you go shopping and you don't know how long this thing has been there. Okay? And on top of it, it's acidic. So this is what I put a while back. Now, for the people who are entrepreneurs, real quickly, this is a very solid business. And it's a real business for serious business people. All right? And it's a direct sales program. This is not your normal multi-level program. It's not one of these right here. You've seen these, right? And you know what? I'm not putting this down. I have friends who are in programs they're earning phenomenal money. They were there early. But the majority of them works this way. And people tell you, hey, you know, all you got to do is get 5 friends or family, and you're going to be a multimillionaire and all this stuff. What happens is most cases people have products in their garage they can't sell, and friends that won't talk to them no more. All right? Look at our program. Look at the Enagic program. If you're new in the room, take a look at it. It's completely different. This is direct sales. We get paid 3 ways. You get paid every time you make a sale. And everything is based on sales. You don't get paid by recruiting people. It costs nothing to be a distributor. This is not, look at this. You get paid every time you make a sale. You also get paid, you just started what they call an override lane. When you made a sale, it's like starting a franchise. All of a sudden, any sales down here, you get paid again. Exactly the same amount you got paid as if you sold it. And then we also get paid bonuses. So commissions, overrides, and bonuses. There are no gimmicks to the program. You know, have you ever heard of programs where they say $500 to get involved for an application, $249 to sign up, you got to buy 10 bottles, we got to ship you 50 every month. I mean, there's all kinds of gimmicks out there. Look at this. No gimmicks, and it pays daily. How many people here like the idea of getting paid daily? Wow, if you have not experienced it, it's a wow. I mean, especially at what you can do with this business. Now, the only qualifications to become a distributor, they have to have a unit, because you have to have a unit to be able to produce water. This gives you an ID number, and then you can start your business. They pay what they call an 8-point system. Each point is $285. They give 8 of these out of there for distribution. Now, some people go, oh, that's why it costs so much. No. If this was in a store, it costs more. It costs more than that. Every product, by the way, every product, I don't care what it is, has distribution markup. They have to have it. I bought a DVD last year, right? It was $16.99. You know how much it cost them to produce it? Less than 50 cents. It was called Iron Man. $16.99. Unbelievable. Why is it so marked up so much? Because Target wants their money, the director wants their money, you know, Blockbuster wants their money, the driver wants their, Iron Man is in line, he wants his money. So again, instead of giving the money to Michael Phelps or Tiger Woods or Kobe Bryant or to the basketball commercials, they took all of the distribution and gave it to the distributors. That's why so many people are succeeding in it, because of the system they have. I want to show you the business plan and 2 things about it. I want to show you why it works. Why are people selling so many of this? Because when I first started, I thought $4 grand, you'll never sell them. Wrong. They're selling them like crazy. They can't keep them on the shelves. They've been back ordered several times, and they're delivering them hundreds at a time. I'm going to show you why. Second, I'm going to show you why some of the distributors are earning money. I have friends that are earning so much income, and that's why this is the best business I've ever seen. I have friends who shouldn't be earning that are earning. You know, they're like, you know, and they're earning money. You guys know it too, right? I mean, we look at people, they're earning, and you're going, wow, that's unbelievable. Okay? I want to show you why. Two things. Here's the business plan. When you become a distributor, they'll train you, and let's say you got your first sale. Now, you'll get $285 commission. Watch how this explodes. Remember, they pay 8 points, 8 of those. Also, when you sell, you just started what they call an override lane. Two things. Now, let me show you why they're selling, the magic of the sales. Please listen to this, okay? Dr. Casey, how do you sell your units?
I share the water.
Share the water. Dr. Michael, how do you sell your units? Give out the water. Tony, how do you sell your units?
Give away the water.
Give away the water. How many sales in your organization? Over 300. Back here, who are the distributors here? How do you sell the units? Give away the water. Sonia, how many sales in your team?
260.
260. How do you sell each unit?
Give away the water.
Are you listening to this? Rita, how do you sell your units?
I give away the water.
Ryan, how many sales in your team? 150. How do you sell the units? Give the water away. Nobody is selling. Not one person. Everybody's just giving water away. That's why, let me tell you why. I had a friend in New York named Romy. I called him up and I said, Romy, let me ask you something. I heard you made 1.3 last year. This is unbelievable, because I know Romy doesn't really make that much money, okay? So I said, Romy, tell me exactly why you and JV earned 7 digits. He goes, okay, you know, I became a distributor. He got accent. He goes, oh, I buy a machine, you know? And I said, okay, how many do you have to buy? Because I thought you bought 10. You know, I'm ready 10, 20. I thought you bought 20 or 50 and then give them a... No, he goes, no, 1. And then you give it away, the water. And I said, how do you give it away? He goes, containers, you know? So I go, okay. I go, who do you give the water to? And Romy goes, well, don't you know anybody who drinks water? I said, okay, Romy. What's the next thing? I said, what do you do? What's the next step? He goes, well, I just keep giving water. Tell me the next step. I give water. I go, no. What's after that? He goes, I keep giving water. I said, to the same people? He goes, yeah. I go, how long? He goes, sometimes 2 weeks, 2 months, you know, 2 days. And I said, Romy, here's what threw me off. I said, Romy, when do you ask them to buy? And he said, oh, no. You never ask them to buy. I've been in sales all my life. You always ask them to buy. This guy goes, no, you don't ask them to buy. I go, Romy, I'm on the phone. I'm going, Romy, when do they buy? He goes, they'll call you. I go, they're going to call you to buy a $4,000 unit? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be unbelievable. Everybody here, all the distributors, right? All they do is give away water. Joe, how many sales in your organization?
150, 160.
How do you sell the units?
Just strictly give away the water.
Give away the water. That's all they do. They give away the water. Here's what I found out in 2 years. Very important. Listen to this, because I've never been in this type of industry. People will pay faster for health, faster than anything I've sold in 35 years. You get rid of their stuff, they buy the unit. You make them jump, they buy the unit. I have people at my mom's place that go, Danny, look what I can do. And I'm going, don't you remember? They'll buy the unit. You help their mom, they'll buy they're already paying for it. Well, you get paid $285. It's unbelievable. But that's not the money. Here's the power. You up there get paid $285 every time there's sales down here. Anytime there's sales. This guy sells one, you get paid $285. This person sells 20, you get paid $285 20 times. This person sells 2, you will get 2 envelopes in your mailbox that has $285 in each. Unbelievable override system. Your first 2 lanes are the same. Look what happens on your 3rd sale. How do you get 3 sales? Well, giving 3 people water is a good start, okay? What happens, what happens, look at that. Look how much you make. But that's not the money. You make 570 override. If anybody here decides to become distributors and sells a unit, every time you get imagine you're at home, you go to the mailbox, you open up an envelope, and there's a 570 in there from an override down here that you don't know. Unbelievable override mechanism. Anybody here a 2A or a 1A? Just raise up your hand. Just new people, okay? Now, watch what happens when you get 10. And how do you get 10? Well, let's say you did, let's say you only did 1, 2, 3. But down here, there are 7 or more sales. Your team now has 10, and look what happens. On your very next sale, look how much you earn, $855. And overrides of $855, 6 down, 570 on the 7, 285 on. This is a simple, fast explanation of the marketing plan. But you can see the power in it. Anybody here a 3A, by the way? 3A? The checks, right? You've gotten this in your mailbox? Okay? Now watch what happens here. Let's say you did not sell any more than 4. Okay? But your team sold 16. You now have 20. Because right now, let's say you sold the next one, the next one, the next one. You keep opening up an 855 override lane. You can open up as many as you want. But once your team gets 20, look at how much the next one is. You give away water, you help somebody, they buy a unit, they send you a check for $1140. Is that crazy or what? But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is somebody down here sells a unit, you over there get paid $1140 override. Unbelievable. Anybody here a 4A? Raise up your hand, okay? Raise up your hand. I want them to know it's happening, but this is new, just so you know. It's in the United States, it's just coming in. That's why you don't see so many hands, but I know we have a lot of leaders in the room. Once you get 50, look how much you make. Let's say you only sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's 45 sales down here. You now have 50. Let me tell you what happened with me. When I got my 50th sale in my group, my very next sale was Jerry Costica. I gave Jerry water for months. He was throwing away the water. He thought I was nuts. Washing his car with the water. I mean, he was doing everything but drinking the water, okay? But after a while, he decided to purchase the unit. Jerry, question, did I ever ask you to buy?
No, you asked me to drink.
To drink. Why did you buy the unit?
I bought it originally because of what it did for my wife and my son.
His wife and his son, okay? He bought the unit. Look how much I made. That's already cool. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is Jerry decided to become a distributor. I make $14.25 on all the sales here on the floor. And then $11.40 here, $8.55, $5.70, $2.85. And below the 8th, once you become a 6A, you get $200 to infinity on all the sales. And when he becomes a 6A, they pick up the 200, you get the 50. I mean, the bonuses are incredible. But let me show you the overrides. I get that on Jerry's team. Per sale. How many sales in your organization in a year and a half? 500. 500. Wow. Imagine getting one of him. Unbelievable. The checks just, it's the most incredible business, and all you're doing is giving away water. No pressure, no nothing. It's the best way to sell. It's also the best way to buy, because I like trying something before I buy it, right? It's the best way to sell. Just let people try it, and just go away. Tape your mouth. Here's the training. Give water and tape your mouth, okay? Because this is what gets you in trouble, right? You start to think you're Cal Worthington or Ralph Williams, and you try to sell it because you hear so many. No, tape your mouth and just give the water away. Watch what happens now when you get 100 sales. You come to the very top of our program. It's called the 6A. Imagine giving water away, somebody buys, you make all of the distribution money. It's like making all of the distribution money on a Cadillac. It would be unbelievable. Look at that. But that's not the money. The money is, boom, down there. Look at that. See, when I became a 6A, I sponsored some people, you know, like Oded with Armin, okay? Armin, you're in this team, right? My 6A leg. How many sales in your team?
Just over 600.
600. Get one of him? Oh my goodness gracious. And you don't know, because the people, once they start receiving results, they start to speed up. Now, let me show you this. First off, let me just go here. How many 5As do we have in the room? Okay, can you please stand up?
Good to see you.
How you doing, man? 5As, okay? Name?
Jesse Dean.
Jesse Dean, okay? Background?
Well, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist.
Okay. I thought you were a musician for a while there.
Still do the music.
Okay. 5A. 5A? Name and background? Okay. Name and background?
Bill Barrett, former mortgage broker.
Okay. Mortgage broker?
Yes.
Okay. Name and background?
Dr. Casey Carter, full-time doctor.
Okay. Name and background?
Al Greer, Master Instructor for Edwards Air Force Base Test Pilots.
Look at this. These are the 5As in the room. Let's give them a hand, by the way. Now, once you hit 6A, every lane you open from then on is a 6A lane. Every time you give water away and somebody decides to buy, you're opening up a 6A lane. You can open as many of them. You can open one up in San Diego, Los Angeles, Canada, New York, Mexico, Europe. You can open up in the Philippines by the end of the year. Unbelievable expansion. It's the best program I've ever seen, not because I earn money. I've always earned fairly good money. All my friends are really earning money. I mean, it's the best thing. How many people in the room are a 6A? Can you stand up, please? Look at this. Check this out. Look at this. Hey, I want you to listen to this, okay? Just listen to this. Let's start with Tony. Okay, and let's pass that around. Can you face the crowd? Just name, background, and what you think, how'd you got involved, and what do you think about it?
My name is Tony Mack. My background is entrepreneur, small business person. Traveled all over the world looking for opportunities. Mr. Dimacale called me at a time when my business was failing about 14 months ago, and I was looking. From there, he showed me the opportunity, gave me the water, and after I saw the business plan, it was a done deal. And I'm here now with over 300 sales in my organization, and I'm definitely having a good time.
Let's hold the applause, okay? Can we pass the, let's go, Ryan? Go ahead, Ryan.
Okay,
Just tell people.
Ryan Corona, Home Improvement Services. Been in the program for about 17 months. This has done tremendous health for me because I was a diabetic, chronic back pains, and spurs on my shoulder. And it's helped me so much with this water, and the business is phenomenal. I'm so thankful for Enagic, and God bless you all.
Oh, okay, okay. Name and background?
I'm Doug Stetson, Search Engine Optimization. I took the water, started about 2 years ago. I've lost 101 pounds. I've lost 150 units of insulin daily, back pain, joint pain. Of course, constipation went early.
Doug, best business?
Best business by far.
Okay, dynamite. Who has, Rita?
Yes, hi.
Go ahead.
I'm a homemaker and happy to be one.
Okay,
And
Rita Matthews.
I'm sorry, Rita Matthews.
Okay.
And Doug is the one that shared the water with my husband. I didn't want anything to do with it for the first 3 months.
What did the water do for you? Did
Well,
it do
first thing I
anything?
did is drop 30 pounds. I said, I'm in. I'm in. And it did help acid reflux. I'm totally off medication
Wow,
now.
unbelievable.
But my biggest story really quick is my grandson who's autistic. Started him on the water. He had severe headaches, meltdowns, sensory issues, tics. He couldn't focus at night. His brain wouldn't shut down so he could sleep. He's on the 9.5. He's been on it for 5 months. Very little meltdowns, no more headaches. He can sleep at night, and his tics are, a lot less. And his sensory issues, when rain touches his body now, he doesn't have a meltdown.
Okay, wow. All right, let's go. Al?
Yes, my name is Al Dorsey. My background is professional marketing for over 35 years, 45 years actually, and I was retired. And a friend of mine, you, You knew that I had some health challenges, and just very quickly I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, diabetes type 2, kidney damage, sleep apnea, arthritis, and a bunch of other things. And my health was spiraling downwards. He gave me the water, I drank the water, and I went from 11 medications down to 7 medications. And my insulin went from 35 units of insulin down to 5 units instead of 7 days a week, maybe 3 days a week. And the doctor said, drop a few more pounds and that will go away. So it's happening. I've been involved in the business now for 2 years, and I have several hundred people on my team, and I just say thanks to all of them, and we're all enjoying helping other people.
Okay, Dynamite. Armin?
Hi, my name is Armin Tamurian, and I have a background in retail sales. I used to own a retail store, and a couple months after I sold my store, a good friend of mine suddenly showed up and brought me this water. Initially, I really thought he had lost his mind, but I used to suffer from acid reflux for many, many years, and after drinking the water for a couple of days, I was off the Rolaids and the Tums, and then I was convinced. And, you know, then I met Daniel Dimacale, and this is the best product I've seen in many, many years, and one of the best opportunities I've seen in a long time.
Okay, Dynamite. Okay.
Hi, my name is Judy Smith. I'm a local California girl, and I was a nurse for over 20 years. And my favorite places to work in the hospital were the emergency room and the GI lab. So I have seen lots of colonoscopies, and I also became a certified colon therapy instructor. So I have seen it all from the medical standpoint to the alternative standpoint. Now, when I saw Dr. Shinya's results of the before and after pictures of the colonoscopy, I knew that he was telling the truth. So when he said, change your water, it changes your life, he was absolutely correct. It's the best business I've ever had, so thank you.
Okay, Dynamite. Let's go on this side for a second. Hold on. Sorry. Name and background?
Hi, my name is Lucho Crisale. I'm a registered dietitian. I used to work at Torrance Memorial Medical Center. I was in charge of the burn unit, intensive care unit, oncology, which is the cancer ward, and ortho. And then after leaving the clinical, I went into the health and fitness environment, and I created certifications for personal trainers. And I had a buddy of mine refer a client to me who came and told me I lost 30 pounds drinking water. So I just said, yeah, whatever. And I put her on a diet, and every week she said, you have to look at my Kangen water. So I finally saw a demo, and I was like, I don't believe this. So he said, well, go ahead and buy a machine. Take as long as you want to prove to me that it doesn't work, and I'll buy it back from you. He goes, but if it works, you got to tell everybody you know. To make a long story short, I ended up closing my business because we were paying about $7,000 a month in rent, plus another $3,000 in utilities and insurance and all that. And now we have well over 200 sales in our organization, and travel all over the country doing demos, and I'll tell people I don't even know about this, so it's a great deal.
Okay, Dynamite. All right. Can we go, I'm sorry, to this side? Tom? How long have you been on the thing now?
Hi, I'm Tom Moore, and I've been with Enagic since the day I looked at it, June 14th of 2006. When this was introduced to me, I literally put my hands over my ears and I said, I do not want to hear one thing about a business opportunity. But I am interested in what this water and what it's all about. And I saw the video on the human colon done by Dr. Hiromi Shinya, and that was it for me. And successful people make quick decisions. I made a decision that day. I said, I want a machine. I am in right now. And I knew that if I purchase this machine at the price point, it's expensive. At least it seems expensive, but it's not when you look at your health. I said, I know that there are other people, this will resonate with them as it did for me. If I just introduce people, educate them as to what this is all about, and that is what's happened. It's been a huge blessing financially. Money's not the issue. It never has been. It never, ever, ever will be for any person in this room. If you have a bias towards action and you're truly looking to create true health, which is what? It's physical, financial, and spiritual. You will achieve it here with Enagic faster than anything. And it's the only way you're going to achieve it with what we've got here. It's real. Danny, I want to say thanks to you. This is the greatest networker, the greatest marketer I have ever seen, and we all have the opportunity to plug into what he's doing. So thank you, Danny. And Jerry,
can we go here? Okay.
My name is Debbie Miller, and I've been in the business about 2 years. My background is radiation therapist. My husband was actually introduced to the business by Sonia, who was introduced by Al. And originally for that my health for my ankle. And what they didn't know is I suffered from kidney stones for 10 years. Every day a backache, several surgeries, blood in my urine, always. 2 weeks after the water, I passed 5 stones. For 2 years, I've not had a stone, a backache, or blood in the urine. As far as the business, it's been an absolute blessing for me. I unexpectedly lost Glenn in January, but the family that this has been for me, and because of the finances, I've been able to stay in my home. So I thank all of you that have supported me through this. So,
Cool.
and I love you all.
Okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Sonia Oakes, and I've been in Enagic for 2 years. And Al Dorsey, as Debbie said, introduced me to it. What it has done for me is it has helped me with my rheumatoid arthritis. I had back pain 24/7, severe. That now is gone. I had knee pain, severe, 24/7, and that's gone also. And as far as the business is concerned, it has indeed been a blessing. It has been tremendous. My dreams and my goals are coming true.
Okay, dynamite. Can we go, no, let's go in the back while you put that there. In the back. Jerry?
My name is Jerry Kostica. I was introduced to this information by my good friend Daniel. And like you said earlier, when I first saw it, I was probably the biggest skeptic of anybody in this room. I really did think he had lost his mind. I was used to seeing him in a boardroom, not carrying gallons of water. So, but he finally convinced me to drink the water. And like I said earlier, it was because of what the water did for my wife and my son that got my attention. And it's helped me personally also, weight loss, my blood pressure, amongst other things. I got to say, as far as the business is concerned, I'm one of the people he was talking about that probably shouldn't be earning what I'm earning. But I'm very thankful for it. In 17 months...
Changed your life?
In 17 months, not only has it changed my life, it's changed my address and my car keys.
Okay. Annette?
My name is Annette Blanchard. I'm a licensed holistic health practitioner. I'm also a sports massage therapist. I've been practicing for almost 30 years. When I first came upon the water, after doing deep tissue trigger point therapy for 30 years on football players and Olympic athletes, my hands flared up so bad that I couldn't even hardly hold a glass. I kept thinking it was going to get better, and it never did. And 3 months later, I was thinking I'm going to have to do a career change. And that's when I found out about the water through Jerry and Daniel. I started on the water. Within 2 weeks, I had no pain. I put probably 15 of my clients on the water. I did not have a machine. And then after that, I decided that this is doing something for my clients. It's a no-brainer for athletes in tissue repair recovery, getting back on track faster in their performance rates, including people that have had accidents, whiplash, hip replacements, back surgeries. All of these things, I saw the healing process really healed significantly faster. I got my own machine. When that happened, my colon kicked in for the first time in 30 years as well. And I can think now. And as far as the business, it's probably the first business that I've been in that actually does what it says it's going to do. And it's been a wonderful blessing for all the people I've shared it with. Thank you.
Okay. Why don't we, Jim?
Yes.
Okay, last. Go ahead.
Yes. My name is Jim Clover. I do general business. And Danny, this product's the most dynamic thing I ever saw. The business is gratifying. No rent, no insurance, no workman's comp. All I do is give people the water. It helps them. They thank me. They ask to buy a machine, and I make money. What's wrong with that?
It's the best. Let's give all the 6A's a round of applause. Now, closing this off, this is what we do. Here, we share the water and turn the water purple. That's it. Okay? Or you bring them somewhere where you show them the water, and this is why it's working. All the lights are green. Whenever we check out projects, these are red lights, a lot of red lights. This is the first one we've seen where everything is, it's great for an entrepreneur. And the target market are baby boomers who are all 50, 60, and 70, and their number one issue, number one, is health. They're the people who move the market. They're the people who control the stocks. They're the people who control all the money. And they're all one issue, health. That's the main thing. So as far as the things that are, you know, all the lights are green as far as the business is the best one I've seen. So you also have this one right here, leaders that will work with you. The reason it's working a lot for a lot of people is because you're being helped. So, and the help is tremendous, okay? So closing this out, this is a company that started in Japan. They are very successful in both their commercial and consumer rollout. The company decided to expand into the United States in 2003. For the first 3 years, they've been building their foundation. In 2006 is actually when they started to explode. You can become a distributor right here in Southern California, right there, and you would have an international business, okay? And they will ship the products for you. They will do all the accounting. Everything is, I mean, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. It's one of the best products I've ever seen. And I say again, you're looking at the next kitchen appliance, and you can be part of the money that's going to be earned in this thing. I believe all the 6As that stood up have no problem with earning six-figure income. Is that the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy to say, you know? And I know some of them are kind of going after massive and obscene incomes, okay? So you can be over there and become a distributor, and anywhere your products are sold by anyone in your team, you get paid an override right here in Southern California. So this is the way I'd like to close this out. After the meeting is over, okay, it's very important for you. See, the new people, this is what I see at every meeting. Somebody brings somebody and they go, well, what do you think? Okay, who's new here? Anybody new? Who brought you? Okay, they're going to go, well, what do you think? All right. Who else? Sonia, did you bring somebody? What is your name? Krista. Right now, Elizabeth is going to go, well, what do you think? It's such a terrible question for new people. I hate it. It puts them under pressure. I'm going to reverse that whole thing. After this meeting is over, all you have to do is go to the person who sent you to this meeting. You're going to tell them just one of three things. And by the way, if that person isn't here, that's the person you need to get back to. You're going to say, I'm a number 1, I'm a number 2, or I'm a number 3. That's it. 1, 2, or 3. It's that simple. 1 means thanks, but no thanks. It's not for you. And we understand. It's not for everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You don't have to say anything. You know, I don't have time. I don't know anybody who drinks water. Whatever. Just say 1. Okay? That's it. 2 means I want to try the water and give me more information. Or maybe I have a dad who needs the water, or a mom, or a family member. Do you know anybody that might have an issue that the water could possibly help? Get them the water. It's free. Number 2 means you want the water, you want to see how it works, and you want more information. Number 3 means I want to try some water, I want more information, and how do you get involved and get started? I want to get started right now. In other words, that's number 3. Because you can get your machine, and you will not believe, for the people who don't have a machine and are getting water from somewhere else, you will not believe how this thing, what it does, is multiplied when you're getting it fresh from your sink. Unbelievable. So again, 1, 2, or 3, okay? Just get back to the person. Our meeting has just ended. Yours has just began. Thank you very much.